Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel, and I just ask you right here at the outset, are you stupid? I'm talking STOOPID, stupid, for purchasing XRP and the rest of crypto. I don't think so. I certainly don't think so. But then again, if you're dumb, like if you're stupid, do you know that you're stupid? Perhaps not. You guys tell me. Here's the headline from Cointelegraph. Are we dumb? Financial illiterates twice as likely to own crypto. But that doesn't really paint the whole story. Well, hopefully a headline isn't going to anyway. There's a lot more to this, and I will break this down for you. I would say no, even if there's some truth to the type of people that are attracted. I'll share with you what I mean. Before we go any further, though, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you would please ever so delicately tap the like button, I would definitely appreciate the support. That will tell the YouTube algorithm that you don't completely hate this content. Perhaps you just hate it a little bit. There's a little tinge of hate of this particular content, and so it will then push this out onto other unsuspecting victims. And also, go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambeau channel, because if you don't, you are dead to me. All right, into the content now. And shout out to Martin Valk for tagging me in this piece along with my fellow XRP YouTuber, the Working Money channel. And I just noticed on the right here, there's this little section on Twitter that says relevant people, and it's got Martin, who I'm following, it's got Working Money channel, who I'm following, and then me, Moon Lambeau. Why... Twitter, why am I listed as a relevant person for myself on my own Twitter profile? Like what is going on there? Go home, Twitter, you drunk. All right, into the piece now. So are we dumb? Financial illiterates twice as likely to own crypto. Let's find out how stupid we are. A report from Canada's central bank shows that while most Canadians are knowledgeable about basic finance and Bitcoin, few actually hold any crypto assets. So, I want to be clear, this this report, it has purely to do with Canadians. So, as far as the question of would different geographic regions have different outputs, if they had the same survey, effectively, what would it be? And then also, we're going to have to just assume, take this on faith, that this is all done in good faith, frankly, and that there are surveys out there that were conducted purely to get a particular result. So we'll just assume that this is all accurate and not doctored in any sort of way here. Now, according to the results of Bank of Canada's 2019 Cash Alternative Survey published in August 2020, financial literacy is positively associated with the awareness of cryptocurrencies, but negatively associated with ownership. Now, why do you think that might be? If you think about it, even just anecdotally, before we get into more specifics, think about in your own life. The people that are in your life, friends, family, whoever it is, people you work with, the people that are aware of crypto but don't purchase it and they have the opinions about it, do they know much about it? For instance, XRP community membership. Like, this is an XRP-centric channel, obviously. How many of your friends and family, if they have no interest currently in purchasing XRP, how many of them know a damn thing about it, other than the fact that it's a cryptocurrency? See, so you get to the crux of it, and it actually covers it in a little bit more detail later in this piece here. But I'm not convinced. And actually, I'll share this with you too. This is admittedly anecdotal, but I think that there's a certain value in one's life to noticing types of things, right? It's a survival tactic, right? Evolutionarily, it's beneficial to recognize anecdotal incidents in life. And I will share with you that when I started this YouTube channel, December 14th, 2018, I just kind of made an assumption that, cryptos, it's mostly probably going to be people younger than me at the time. It was a few years ago. So I'm now 37. When I entered the world of crypto, I was 34. And I didn't start the channel until a year later. I was 35. And I just kind of assumed that the people that would be watching the videos would probably be a bit younger than me. And I was mistaken. So if you if you had the same perception, if you're older than me, even older than 37, if you had the perception that it's a bunch of young people doing this stuff, actually you're mistaken too. It's actually on my channel at least, and again, this is XRP centric channel here, obviously. So I don't know for sure if it's representative of the entire community, but maybe this really is just where the adults go, which would be kind of freaking cool. I would not hate that, but over 2/3 of the people that watch my videos are 35 or older. And many of them are in their 40s, 50s, and 60s, and so on. So that was interesting to me. I just, before starting the channel, because YouTube gives you that demographic information, I wouldn't have guessed that. And so I don't think that these people that have all this life experience are going to be stupid in purchasing all of their XRP. And I don't think that I'm stupid. I think I'm sufficiently intelligent here. I know how to string sentences together at least, and I usually know what to do with my hands. Like if I'm in a social situation and I start to feel awkward, I know what to do with my hands so that I don't look weird. I can handle stuff, man. I've made it in life thus far. I don't think that natural selection is going to be taking me out anytime soon. Famous last words, I guess. But suffice it to say, I don't think that there's some, at least within the XRP community, I don't believe that it's a bunch of idiots purchasing crypto, not knowing what they're doing. To the contrary, what I've seen is that there are a bunch of people in the XRP community from all walks of life, all sorts of different professions that are here not so much for ideological reasons by and large, but they see an opportunity here. That's my impression, certainly, that people are well researched when it comes to XRP. And mind you, I don't have any sort of financial background, and I'm not offering financial advice, so don't buy or sell anything because of me. I'm just happy to share my everyday Joe Schmo opinions here. But I firmly do believe that there's tremendous opportunity here. You're talking about XRP as a scarce asset. There's only so many of it, or so much of it. And the vast majority of humans on the planet don't own Bitcoin, which would be the most popular one, and even fewer own XRP, and it's actually offering utility. Where do you think this is all going to go if you fast forward like 5, 10, 15, 20 years? And so that's why I'm speculating that the price of XRP in the future will be substantially higher than it is today. I'm willing to make that bet, and if I'm wrong and I lose everything, life will go on. That would suck. That would suck a fat one, but life would go on. Now, so right here, the bank considers financial literacy as a basic understanding of investing and saving for retirement, with 47% of respondents from August to September 2019 estimated to have a high level of financial literacy and 18% a low level. The results suggest that Canadians with a lower level of understanding of finance could be twice as likely to invest in crypto assets. And it makes me wonder, because I don't know if it is the case that it's mostly people younger or older than me that hold crypto in general. I can only speak to what's happening in terms of viewership on this channel, which might be representative of what's happening in within the XRP community. So if it happens to be the case that it's younger people that are just less aware of, in terms of retirement, this or that, it would not be the least bit surprising to me that given that they were raised with technology, that they'd come across crypto and learn about that prior to learning about the rest of the financial world, which of course is very important to learn all these things. But here's a quote. 93% of Canadians with high financial literacy are aware of cryptocurrencies, as opposed to only 72% of those with low financial literacy, the survey results stated. Conversely, 8% of those with low financial literacy reported they own cryptocurrencies, compared with 4% of Canadians with high financial literacy. Well, I can speak for myself. When I entered the world of crypto at 34 years old, in November 2017, I certainly had an understanding of retirement and investing and all of that good stuff. And I jumped in a little bit on a whim, admittedly, but I quickly made sure in very short order to thoroughly research what was going on. And that's when I was surprised and I had my aha moment. I was like, oh my gosh, this crypto asset class is here to stay after I learned all the things that I learned. And so, again, I do think that people are, crossing their T's, dotting the I's, so on and so forth, if they're going to be investing any sort of notable amount of money here. Otherwise, my gosh, I can't imagine somebody putting a crazy amount in without really knowing what the hell they're doing. Because usually the type of people that would be that ridiculous wouldn't have the money in the first place, right? Anyway, based on the survey, the bank estimated that roughly 84% of Canadians overall have at least heard of cryptocurrencies, with 5% owning Bitcoin or altcoins. Awareness and ownership tend to be highest among young, male, university-educated, or high-income Canadians, the bank stated. Well, that doesn't sound horrendous. This data is supported by a February 2020 report from financial group ING's Think Forward initiative, which is based on a 2018 survey of people from 15 different countries, including the United States, Australia, the United Kingdom, and members of the European Union. Let me go. And here's another quote. Our estimates reveal that the more financially literate are less likely to own cryptocurrencies, the report stated. They are more likely not to intend to own them in the future. Now, specifically, the group estimated that a 1 standard deviation increase in a participant's financial literacy score, based on knowledge of inflation, simple interest, compound interest, and financial risk, decreased the predicted probability of owning crypto assets from 8.63% to 5.7%. In addition, a similar increase in the score showed the chances of those surveyed intending not to own any crypto in the future also increased. And here's another quote. A large part of the cryptocurrency market is comprised of unsophisticated investors with lower financial literacy skills. These investors are likely to overestimate the reward prospects in cryptocurrencies and underestimate the risk involved in related investment. Well, and that's why it's a fun topic of conversation. It really is here, but undeniably, the asset class is here to stay. There's unquestionably something to this. So I would say even if there's something to this and there's a bunch of idiots running around buying and selling, I'm just like, okay, yeehaw, because I'm not going to be an idiot about it. I'm investing what I'm willing to lose. I've done thorough research. I'm tuned into what's going on a daily basis, spending a ton of time on this. So for me, I'm happy with where I'm at. And if they're just going to prop up the market by being a bunch of idiot sticks, okay, hey, you know what? Personal responsibility, freedom, all for it. Let them do what they want to do. But then they write, however, excuse me, some data suggests that many investors are shying away from crypto due to a lack of cryptocurrency literacy. So that's why I was citing that at the outset of my explanation of what's going on. Cryptocurrency literacy is lacking. Trading and investment platform eToro conducted a survey in 2018 that revealed that 44% of online investors polled were not trading crypto because they felt they lacked the proper education. A similar study conducted by Grayscale in 2019 found that U.S. investors would be more likely to invest in Bitcoin if there were more educational resources available in crypto. So maybe it's the case that the people that are intellectual enough and literate enough to understand finance, they're less likely to take a risk on something that they know very little about. Maybe it's as simple as that. It could be. And then they wrap up by writing, and there is also evidence that some of the most financially literate people in the world are investing into cryptocurrencies. Research from Fidelity Digital Assets shows that 36% of nearly 800 institutional investors polled are invested in digital assets. A whopping 80% of those surveyed find at least something appealing about crypto. It's fascinating information. It's a fun topic. I've never made a video about this topic before, so I thought it would be fun to have a discussion, especially with us here in the XRP community, where my perception is that it's a bunch of people that are not here for ideological reasons, by and large. They're in the know, they're taking the time to research, and there are all sorts of professionals from all different walks of life. And my perception is that the community is comprised primarily of people in their mid-30s and older. I would suspect that to be the case. And of course, whoever it is, age doesn't matter. Everybody is welcome in the XRP community. I'm just talking about the data that YouTube is providing me here. And at this point, I don't think if I had to guess, it's probably not unique to my channel, because there's a large enough sample with my channel having over, I don't know what it is now, definitely over 8.3 million views. I think that's a sufficient sample size to indicate who's actually watching this stuff. So, I don't know, take it for what it's worth. I mean, it's fine if you want to call it anecdotal, that's reasonable, but I don't know, that's a pretty big freaking sample size. And because otherwise you could make the point that it's something unique about me or my channel that's drawing in the older audience, and I would have a harder time buying that. I think it's more so, if I had to guess, it's probably more so just because that's who's interested in XRP, frankly. It's an older audience, by and large. But I would love to hear what you think. If you think I'm off the mark, that's fine too. I do love diversity of thought and critical thinking. But that's it for this video. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!